It was snowing. It wasn't that bad, and I like snow. It was pitch black outside, however. It's not like anyone drives on this road anyway. This road only leads to my work, as well as my buddy's work. You see, I'm a construction laborer, and my buddy is a park ranger. Where he works is only 4 minutes away from where I work, so I was on break and hadn't really seen him for weeks because our jobs were just so chaotic. There was a lot of problems with something we were building, and with him, there is a coyote infestation. I guess they breed it too fast or something like that. And he keeps having to stop people from going to the woods. I mean, it's not like coyotes actively attack humans, but it is rare and they have before. So, after driving, I made it to the park where my friend works at. He was on one of those park ranger towers. I tried yelling at him, but I guess he was listening to music or something like that. I decided to get up the tower. I mean, it had been a while since we've seen each other, and I was kind of on a time crunch because I wanted to talk to him, but also my break wasn't as long as other work's breaks, at least for this particular construction job. So, sure enough, I was right. He had his headphones on, but he wasn't listening to music. I guess he was on the radio or something like that. I patted him hard on the back, you know how buddies usually do, and I heard the loudest scream I ever heard. He swung his arm and almost hit me in the face, but he missed. And after he saw me, we just both started laughing. Well, now the coyotes are gonna get us, I joked. He didn't laugh. His smile faded from his face and he looked back at his radio. Then he said this: I haven't seen any coyotes. I've heard them howl in pain and growl at something, but I haven't seen any trace of coyotes. He finished. After the silence, my alarm went off and we both knew that I had to go back to work. I told him, well, if you need me, just call me. Alright, buddy, he said. Then I left. It was uneasy, driving back to work. My paranoia was all over the place. The blizzard hit before my shift was over. After closing early, I tried driving back home. It was pitch black and the blizzard just made it worse trying to drive, but I decided to see my friend. I tried calling him, but no one answered, so I drove to the same spot I drove to last time. Then when I was gonna get out, I heard this on the radio.
Warning, don't go into the woods. Don't drive in roads between the woods. If you're on said roads, then keep driving. No matter what you see, do not go into the woods.
This only made me want to find my friend even more. After I got up the tower, he was alive. He looked fine, at least physically. I saw the coyotes, he said to me. I tried to reassure him and I told him, it's okay pal, just come with me, we'll drive out of here. Our neighborhood is not that far. After he agreed shakingly, we went down and we went to my car. As I was driving, I saw a bunny start hopping by from down the road. I moved slightly to the right so we would not hit it. It looked like he was running away from something down the road. We continued driving. I started asking about the coyotes when I saw them in front of me. I stopped so I wouldn't hit them. It was like a herd of them. They were dead. I was stunned. It looked like something had torn through their bodies. They were all over the woods and the road. I drove through the bodies. I didn't know what killed them. Then we hit something. The next thing you know, we were driving off the road, really fast. I saw a shadow following the vehicle. I didn't want to test anything, I just kept on driving. I wanted to get on the road, but the shadow was fast, so we kept driving. We then bumped into a tree and the car stopped. I started trying to start the car again. Eventually I did, and then we backed up and drove. Not before the thing was on the roof. I drove frantically. We shook it off our car and continued driving. We saw the thing follow us. I could see it. My close buddy then out of nowhere snapped out of it and grabbed my .22. He opened the window and then started shooting at it inaccurately. I could only see from the rearview mirror. Eventually got hit, but it only flinched and it continued following us. Seeing as the .22 ammunition wasn't powerful enough, I pulled out my black powder revolver. I'm 20, and you have to be 21 to buy a handgun. However, you can be 18 or even younger to get quote-unquote antique firearms, especially black powder handguns like from the 1860s. We were going 10 times the speed we did before, and the moment I went to give my friend the revolver, we crashed hard. I had been flown out of the car when we hit. As I came to, I saw the thing's eyes. There was only a light it could see. I got up and aimed at it to shoot it, but my head hitting the ground hard from the crash Made my vision all messed up. It was far, far away, but it was going as fast as our car did. Since it was far away, I couldn't just shoot it because of my state. So I waited until I could see the whites of its eyes. Seconds before it could even touch me, I fired at its head. It was slower, way slower, but it was still trying to get to me. I pulled the hammer back and I fired again, hitting it hard. It fell down once again. It was getting up. I aimed down and I fired everything into it. It was dead. I looked back to the car. My friend was okay. He was on his phone trying to dial 911. And then I looked back. I could see so many eyes. I couldn't just reload fast because the Navy revolver is a nightmare to reload. I started praying. The second my prayer ended, it's as if I had received knowledge. Considering this state is known for having a lot of blizzards, I got gasoline, just in case if I couldn't get to a gas station in time during a blizzard. The things were far away, but they were coming really fast. I instructed my friend to help me. We didn't know if the fire and gasoline would actually burn on snow or not, so just to be safe, we both grabbed my shovels, and we quickly digged a small circle around us. We knew if we were inside the circle, maybe the fire would stop them. If it would work, they're all around us, so nothing else we could do. We poured gasoline all over the circle's trail, and then I lit a match and threw it at the trail. The fire instantly appeared and made me jump, and we both went into the middle of the circle. Those things didn't care about the fire, though. However, as soon as they got close enough, and there were so many of them, the fire engulfed them, and they started screaming and screeching. I forgot how long it took until they all died. Me and my friend collapsed on the ground. We thanked and praised the Lord, and as soon as the fire was gone, we left. The news reported on the dead coyotes. Investigators found the burnt bodies of the things. It's not like they could even tell what they were, because it was so burnt. They asked us about what happened. We're the ones who allowed them there in the first place, but they didn't really believe what we said to them.